this is kind of like a question that would relate to companies like Matrix. What we do, we are a tier 2 company. We supply the software, we build the software for a system, and the system would consist of hardware, mechanic, and the software. Yeah, and if a company like us, we would like to build the first prototype of such software, of hardware and mechanics that we supply, what would you advise us?
I mean, if you don't have the capabilities in-house, just find a partner. I mean, there are a lot of engineering companies in Munich. We could help you, or we could help you find one. And, you know, just focus on the project, figure out what needs to be done, divide the competencies, and work together, because I think this is definitely possible in Munich. And then over time, if you need these competencies more and more, you can build up your own team, or you can just develop a more thorough partnership with a company, you know, that takes over the mechanical parts.
Absolutely. I mean, this is possible in the beginning with a partner, with 3D printers and all those. Then how do you think the shift to series production should be?
Yeah, I mean, I always say there are two different philosophies. Yeah? So when I prototype, it's usually a lot of chaos. It's, you know, the Scrum methodology. I burn money, you know, I have a new idea, I try it out and so forth. And, you know, I go back and forth, and it's just usually a huge mess. But at some point of time, I need to switch, and I need to focus on, you know, the manufacturing. And this is more like a waterfall. A lot of things have to, you know, just happen after each other or in sync, because in hardware, if you don't think your usability through and you already did the injection molding and everything, and you know you completed your product and you give it to your customers, and then you figure out, oh no, how they use the product, it's not, you know, how I wanted them to use it, and it's a big fail, or you know, you forgot a button or whatever, it's very expensive. Yeah? And or it just takes a lot of time to go backwards, to fix it sometimes. And that's why I think startups and also companies have a big problem when they deal with new technologies. So you really have to get your specifications right, you really have to understand what you are doing, and then you need to find suppliers and manufacturers that can manufacture according to your specifications. And these things are really important. And usually specifications and the manufacturing is a big strength of established companies, because they have been doing this over and over for years. But I think they need more support with the prototyping and developing new technologies, like basic concepts and stuff. Where on the other hand, startups actually are very good at, you know, coming up with new concepts, prototyping, but they don't know how to manufacture. So this is also, I think, a good way how startups and corporates can work together and support each other.
So what you're suggesting is, once you're done with the prototyping, the prototyping will be chaotic. You take care of the prototyping, be innovative there, and when it comes to series production, you go to the traditional series manufacturer.
Yeah, of course. I mean, in my opinion, you need to go to a manufacturer that has done this before, that has serious references. Yeah, you need to check it. Yeah, then you should make like a broad audit. Yeah? You need to look if the manufacturer has all the certifications you need. Especially in the automotive, it's very important that whenever you outsource your manufacturing to a manufacturer, that they have the automotive certifications you need. You need to check the people you are dealing with, see how much feedback they give, how helpful they are, how responsive, how trustworthy, if the communication works. This is often something which is totally underestimated, especially when you go to Eastern Europe or China or something, because you don't have the same culture, the same language. It's often sometimes very complicated to communicate. There are a lot of risks. And then you need to check for the quality management, how they handle this. I advise everybody before they manufacture with somebody they don't know to visit the factory minimum 2 times before they make the final decision. When they start manufacturing, to be there and to see when things go wrong, that you can intervene, or that you also learn how to, make things better. And if you don't have the know-how, get a company that is specialized in this. So all these things can help you, with having more success when you manufacture.